Hello, it's Monday the 7th of September 2015 and our American friends, happy Labour Day! I've no idea what that is, but it says in my calendar, Labour Day in the USA on my Barry Manilow calendar. So happy Labour Day to our USA friends. I have no idea what that is. Perhaps you want to write in and tell me so that I know in future. Email address chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. We've got a few bits and pieces. Do you know what? I've got all this. Look, the paperwork. Right, this is the paperwork, right? Receipts and things since last week. Look at it all. Waiting to be done again. Oh, bits of paper. Why are we surrounded by endless bits of paper waiting to be dealt with? Well, please someone tell me that. I'm fed up with it. Anyway, I have sung, you may have noticed, I have sung on my last two mini broadcasts, either here or Periscope. And the good news is I won't be singing on today's programme. Nope, not even a single note, boys and girls. Oh, all right, just that one note. Oh, right, three notes. Yes, indeed. Now, in the Super Soaraway Sun yesterday, I've got papers here. Like great big thick newspapers, like four days worth, and which I haven't opened yet. I like the smell of them, do you? Oh, and do you like the smell of a newly unopened book? Oh, I do hate it when someone comes around my house, example Ronnie, and there is a fresh, brand new Daily Mail sitting in the kitchen, and he opens it. Leave it alone, dear. I haven't looked yet. Oh, no, leave it alone. Can I no. Leave it! I'll read it, then I'll pass it over. Mind you, by the time I've opened some of them, I don't think he wants them. That was like a week ago now. Anyway, listen. You don't want to die on a Sunday. Oh, sorry, you don't want to... Well, I'll rephrase it. You don't want to be ill on a Sunday because you've got more chance of dying. Look at this. Sick people admitted to hospital on a Sunday are more than twice as likely to die as those who arrive during the week, a study says. Yes, one of those studies, you know the sort. Going in on a Saturday is also less safe, and the weekend effect causes 11,000 NHS deaths. So don't get up on a Sunday, whatever you do. Do not get out of that bed. And don't eat anything that might cause a heart attack. I will allow you a banana and 2 apples on a Sunday. Don't eat anything else. Maybe water, maybe a couple of cups of tea. Not coffee, because that's got that stuff in it, hasn't it? Caffeine makes your heart bang, bang away the old caffeine. Oh, that's another thing I was going to say. You know, I think it's Costa Coffee. I'm not sure if it's either Costa or Starbucks. But they got this sign up now saying, you know, if you want if you want an extra shot of coffee, just ask. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, haven't people been doing that for years? Why have you suddenly made that into an advert? Costa Coffee, not strong enough, just ask for an extra shot. Well, people have been doing that for years. We don't have to be told, dear. You know, leading us along by the hand. I don't need my hand held, thank you very much. I know. Mind you, there's some thickos out there. Oh, there's some isn't there? You must be aware of being surrounded by thickos. Most of the time, in fact. Or unpopular people. Here's one, Katie Hopkins. Katie Hopkins, if you're in the States, you have no idea who that is. She is a very insignificant person. And she's become popular by saying horrible things about people. I mean, really horrible things. Well, good news, boys and girls. As reported in tonight's Evening Standard, you see how current I am? Huh? You probably thought, oh, he's reading Sunday's papers are late down. No, I'm current, dear. This isn't even out yet. You probably haven't seen this yet. You heard it first with United Kingdom Talk from Chris Reardon. Yes, indeed. In the Standard today is reporting a petition calling on the government to swap Katie Hopkins, that vile woman, Katie Hopkins, for 50,000 refugees from Syria, has won 10,000 backers. The petition was launched 2 days ago on change.org, but has rapidly picked up signatures over the past few hours. 10,000 people want to swap Katie Hopkins for 50,000 refugees. I'll go along that one. Oh, she's so important, Katie Hopkins. She's like one of those She's like something that's in a reality show without actually being in a reality show. You know what I mean? If you can imagine Big Brother or something like that, which actually is on at the moment, you know, and people report on it like people are watching it. Dreadful, dreadful programme. If she was on Big Brother, she would be the one that you absolutely hate. And she's like it in real life, dear. Hopkins, the controversial television personality, this is in the Evening Standard tonight, has repeatedly come under fire for comments in a column which rained the sun under the headline, "Rescue boats, I'd use gunships to stop migrants." Yes, this is Katie Hopkins. In the article, Katie wrote, "No, I don't care. Show me pictures of coffins, show me bodies floating around in water, play violins and show me skinny people looking sad. I still don't care." That's the sort of lady that Katie Hopkins is. Anyway, the Standard is reporting, as I say, there's a new signature, which you may... a new... what's it called again? A new... petition. Swap Katie Hopkins for 50,000 refugees from Syria, and it's picked up 10,000 signatures. Maybe you want to search for that yourself and go and look for change.org Katie Hopkins, and I'm sure you'll find it there. All right. Finally, because two other things. I noticed that The Sun and various newspapers must have been desperate for a story. I think this was on Friday last week, if I remember rightly. Strictly Come Dancing has filmed the opening sequence for its new series in the same train as used in a porn film. And what is the story there, please? Who cares? Does anyone care? Of what interest of that? And this wasn't just in one paper. This particular story is in the Daily Mirror, but it was in a lot of the other papers as well, including The Sun and the Mail. I saw it. So something on the telly has recently appeared in a hardcore porn film. And so what? I mean, for God's sake. They must be desperate for stories. And it says, BBC bosses are bound to be embarrassed, as this is the same train that has also been hired by online porn company last year to shoot a film entitled Nympho. Like anyone can... Honestly. I mean, it's a joke, isn't it, really? It's a real joke how they report on these things that have absolutely no significance. I mean, so what if it's been in whatever film? You know? I mean, I'm sure probably you've stayed in a hotel where certain films like that were made. Did it stop you from staying there? No! As long as it's cleaned out first, dear. God's sake. I do hope they've got... I might take my own Dettol in future when I'm staying at various hotels all over the world. I don't know where to go next. I feel a holiday coming on maybe next year. Now, there was one other thing. Where is it now? Or was that? Oh, yes. James Bond coming out soon, gang. Spectre. Is it Spectra? Spectra. That's the new James Bond film. I hope it's going to have humour in it. I do remember the last James Bond film I thought was quite good. But the one before that, Quantum of Solace, was awful. It was the worst one ever. No humour. It just wasn't funny. I was very disappointed by that, but the last one was all right, and I hope this one will be as well. And we've got the Odeon Cinema. They keep sending me texts and emails telling me if I want book in advance now. I mean, it doesn't come out until the 26th of October. Why would I want to book now? Just wait. Walk into the cinema in the afternoon, buy your ticket. It's bound to be empty. I generally go and see the cinema films in the afternoon. They're about 50 pence cheaper. You know how tight I am, don't you? About 50 pence cheaper, yes. So why anyone would want to book in advance? No, so desperate to see a film, aren't they? Desperate. What is wrong with people that they're so desperate to rush into things all the time? I do not know. You tell me. Finally today, Jimmy Butler, my nephew, left this. I've just discovered this at my house. Real men all over the country are at this moment either cheering or booing at this magazine called Chelsea FC. It's got all bits and pieces about Chelsea in it. I don't know why he's left it here. He must have forgotten it, although he doesn't seem to have missed it. He hasn't asked for it. I'm kind of wondering why he's left the Chelsea magazine here. Now, he said, because he went to a match recently, a couple of weeks ago, And when the match had finished, I said, "Do you have a good time?" "No, it wasn't a good match," he says. Now, I know nothing about football. And he said, "No, it wasn't a good match." Why not? I mean, aren't all matches exactly the same? You ladies out there, I'm sure, will think the same as me. Football match is a football match, isn't it? Load of old puffs kicking around the ball on a field, dear, and kissing each other. I mean, honestly, dear, men kissing each other. Well, I've seen it all now. Thank you very much, gang. I shall see you on the next show. Email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Oh, I haven't got anything to hook you into the next one, have I? What can I hook you in with? Oh, yeah, I've been given another gift. Okay? Here it is. Any idea what that is? Any idea what that gift is? I'll show you on the next show. You see how I hook you? You're desperate to know what it is now, aren't you? I can tell. Desperate. Have a nice day. Ta-ra.